Hello, my name is Shannon. Thank you so much for joining me today for this gentle grounding morning practice where we will be using 2 blocks and a strap. So I have a strap like this with loops. You do not have to have a strap like this, although they are very useful, but feel free to get a long scarf or something like that. So we're going to start on our backs and do a long body stretch. Now let's let our toes fall out and place our hands on the tops of our chest. So maybe your fingers are slightly interlaced. We're going to take some breaths here, taking our awareness to our chest, rising and falling under our hands. And feel like your heart is breathing. So you're breathing in this prana and you're releasing anything that's heavy. Now let's take 3 deep breaths here. Now we'll bend our knees, placing our feet wide on the mat, and find your strap. You can keep your hands where they were, or you can do this movement with your arms with the strap that I'm going to do. So I'm folding my strap twice, so my arms are about shoulder width level apart. And we're going to let our knees fall left and our arms fall right. So inhaling as they come up, exhaling as they fall. Taking our awareness to our body, noticing how our joints are feeling. If we have any soreness, taking our time with this movement. The next time your knees fall right and your arms fall left, let's gently let everything fall and relax. Maybe you turn your head left. Inhale up, exhale, arms to the right, legs to the left, pausing, letting gravity pull you down. And release back up. We're going to bring our feet a little bit closer together. And as we let our knees fall out, we're going to let our arms come overhead. And then exhale our knees up and our arms towards our thighs. So following your breath, keeping a very loose grip on the strap. And you can have as much bend as you'd like in your elbows. And on this next one, let's let everything fall, pausing and breathing. And release. We're going to straighten our right leg and take the strap. If you have a strap with loops, you'll place the loop around your ball of your foot, or you can take the middle of whatever strap you have. You can always have a bend in your knees. We're going to do a hamstring stretch here. So we're gently pulling our leg towards us, pressing our heel up as we pull our toes towards us. And let's find a gentle movement right and left. And then we'll pause and center. Breathing into the back of our leg. And slowly release. Let's switch legs. So this leg may feel different than the other one. So again, have as much bend as you need in your knee. Strap is around the ball of your foot. We're pressing our heel up as our toes come towards us and finding some gentle side to side movement. And then we'll pause and center, finding a little stillness. Maybe you pull your leg a little closer. And very gently release. You can place the strap to the side. We won't be using it until the end of class. Let's bend our knees and turn to come up to an easy seated pose. So this is when we will grab our blocks and place them on either side of our thighs. So our hands are on the blocks, elbows are relaxed, sitting up nice and straight. Let's take a moment here to breathe and feel our sit bones grounding down. Now we'll pick up the left block and bring it to the left so our elbow goes relatively straight. We're going to let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder, breathing into the left side of our neck. And slowly release. Let's switch sides. So we're bringing that right block out, sitting up nice and straight with our spine, but flexing our neck to the left. And release. Let's straighten our left leg. We're going to bring the blocks on either side of our leg, keeping our left hand on the block, reaching our right arm up, and then gently bend towards the left. So we're keeping our right shoulder back, gently pressing, excuse me, our right knee down. And then very slowly turn towards your leg. So we're going to have both of our forearms on the blocks and slowly fold down. And release back up. Let's bring the blocks behind us. Let's place our right foot flat on the mat and let our knees just go in and out. So doing a little bit of internal, external rotation of our hips. And now we'll bring our left leg in, extending our right leg out, placing the blocks on either side. We're going to keep that right hand on the block as we reach our left arm up. And then gently side bend to the right. Right forearm will come on the block. Feel this nice stretch on the left side of your waist. And then very slowly turn towards your leg, finding your block. You can adjust your blocks as needed. We're going to gently fold down. And slowly release. Let's bring the blocks behind us, bringing that left foot flat so we can let our knee fall in and out. And then we're going to go into a wide-legged forward fold. So let's Straighten that left leg. You can feel free to bring your blocks forward, either for your arms or your forehead, and gently fold down, relaxing your toes, your legs, sending your breath to wherever you feel that gentle pull, that stretch. And slowly release back up. We're going to take our time bringing our blocks, coming onto all fours. And we're going to do some cat-cows with rotation. So our knees are under our hips, our blocks are maybe a little forward of our shoulders. Let's arch our back and bring our hips to the left and then round as they come to the right. So with this movement, you can bend your elbows, you can move your head. We're going very slowly. It's a very relaxing, slow movement. As you round, you're pulling your belly in. And whenever you're ready, you can switch directions. And then we'll pause and center. So let's return our back to neutral. So we have a slight arch in our low back. We're going to extend our right leg and lift our leg up, flexing our foot. Let's pause here for a breath. And then we'll do little circles with our leg. So taking your time, going very slowly. These can be very small circles. And then we'll switch directions. Now let's bring our toes to the side. We're going to do a few tapping movements with our toes. So we're going to lift our right leg up and tap it forward, then back, forward, then back. Now we'll drop our foot flat, parallel with our left knee, and let's bring our bottom backwards and forwards. Now we'll turn our blocks to the higher level, and we're going to place our left block outside of our mat, parallel with our left leg, and gently reach our right arm up, getting this long body stretch. So we're engaging our right leg, pressing our outside of our foot down on the floor. And you can stay in this side bend, or you can gently open up, looking back, getting a slight arch. So your block is coming back, your chest is coming forward and up, opening up our heart. And then take your time very slowly. We're going to drop this right block on our right leg, reach our left arm straight up, and slowly bend to the right. So feeling this long stretch in our left waist all the way up to our fingers. And gently release. Let's bring that leg back. We're going to bring the blocks down to the lower level. Let's move our hips a little bit right and left, and then we'll do that on the other side. So we'll straighten our left leg back, lifting our leg, flexing our foot, taking a little pause, and then beginning your little circles. And circles the other way. going to do our toe tap. So bringing your leg to the left, we're going to tap it back and forward. And this doesn't have to be a very big movement, just whatever your mobility allows. Just working our hip muscles in a little bit of a different way here. Now we'll drop that foot flat and lower our bottom down and up. As you come back, maybe your toes are lifting. Now let's pause, turning the blocks to the higher level, placing that right block on the floor so it's in line with our right knee, and gently lifting that left arm up and over, engaging our left leg muscles as we reach our left arm up and over, and maybe you arch your back looking up. And very slowly drop that left block to your leg, reach the right arm up, long stretch, and gently bend to the left. And release back down. Let's bring that left knee in. We're going to go into a puppy dog pose with our hands on the blocks. So our bottom stays over our knees. It can come a little bit back, and we're going to gently come down, bringing our chest and forehead towards the mat. You should have no pain anywhere. If you have any pain in your shoulders, you can take your arms off the blocks. This is stretching our chest muscles, our shoulders. And very slowly release back up. We're going to take our right leg and bring our foot to the outside of the block and bring the blocks on the higher level so we can move our bottom forwards and backwards a few times. And then we'll pause with our knee over our ankle, tucking our back toes. We're going to lift our back knee up and keeping our right hand on the block. Let's leave the left block where it is and bring our left arm up and around, looking back towards our thumb, getting this nice twist, feeling your legs engaged. And slowly release. Let's walk our blocks back, bringing our bottom back to come into a half split, so you can bend your elbows, gently lowering your body. And release. Let's bring that knee back, move our hips a little bit right and left, and we'll take the left leg on the outside of the block and start doing those forwards and backwards movements, really working the mobility of our hips, getting them nice and supple. Now let's pause, tucking those back toes, lifting that knee up, and taking our time, raising our right arm off the block and looking back and breathing. And slowly release. Let's go into that half split, bringing the blocks back, bending our elbows as we gently lower our body. And release. Let's bring the blocks to the lower level. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So take your time, finding a little movement, Maybe looking right and left, bending one knee at a time. And then once you're ready, we're going to find a little stillness here. So really pressing your chest towards your thighs before you reach your heels back. You may find with the blocks it's a little easier to get your heels towards the mat, which is one of the nice things about using blocks in some of these poses. Now we'll inhale our shoulders forward, tap our knees and back. We'll do this a few times. So inhaling forward, tapping our knees. Twice more. Now we're going to gently walk our feet towards our hands. We're going to bend our elbows and come down into a forward fold. So you can have as much bend in your knees as you'd like. Now let's move the blocks to the higher level. And 5 times we're going to come up into a halfway lift. So inhale, straightening your elbows, flattening your back. Exhale, bending your elbows, maybe slightly bending your knees. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. 3 more. Last one. And release. We're going to keep this right block on the mat and take the left one off and take our time slowly rolling all the way up and hands to heart center. Let's take a few breaths here. Now we're going to come in and out of chair pose a few times. So let's bend our knees, bringing our arms up, and then straighten our legs, hands back to heart center. So coming in and out of this chair pose. Maybe you want to shut your eyes, bring your awareness inward. And this last time we're going to pause and hold. Weight is in our heels, reaching our arms forward, maybe lifting your toes and breathing. And release back up. Thumbs are at our sternum, feel your heart beating. Now let's inhale our arms up. We're going to look at one point in front of us, get our weight in our left leg, and lift our right knee up and pause. And then 5 times, we're going to step that right foot back like we're coming into a high lunge, and then back up with our knee up and our hands together. So coming forwards and backwards very slowly. Taking your time. One more. And on this last one, we're going to pause and hold so you can adjust your feet so they can be as wide as you'd like. We're on the ball of our right foot. We're going to bend and straighten our front leg. So just getting a little bit of movement here.
Now let's open up slowly into warrior two. So you're heel toeing your feet so they're in line with each other. Arms are straight, looking over your left hand and breathing. Now this is where we're going to use our block. We're going to come down into an extended side angle. So finding your block, placing your hand on your block as you reach your right arm up, looking up. And then very slowly we're going to transition into wide-legged forward fold. So our feet are parallel. We're bringing our block to the middle with our hands on the block. Let's gently come down. Maybe your forehead can come towards the block or even rest on the block. And breathe. Now let's come up, picking up our toes, bringing them to the right. We're going to bring our block over here and step our left foot next to our right and gently roll all the way up. Keeping our arms up this time. Let's find that one spot in front of us and lift our left leg up to balance. And then once again, 5 times, we're going to slowly step our foot back as we bend our front knee. And then bring it up, hands to heart center. And then back. Last one. Now pause in this lunge, arms are up. And let's bend and straighten our front knee. Next time you bend your knee, pause. Feel that stretch in your left hip flexor. And then we're going to slowly open up into warrior two. So getting that right heel in line with the left arch, shoulders over our hips. Now let's take our time rotating down into extended side angle, finding our block, reaching that left arm up. And you can windmill that arm down and come back into that forward fold with the block. Hands are on the block as you slowly come down. Maybe your forehead finds the block. Now let's place our left hand on the block and reach our right arm up, engaging our legs, lifting our toes. Feel like you could almost lift your left hand off the block, so you're reaching up. And release. Let's lift the left arm up. And release. Let's heel toe our feet slowly together so we can bend our knees. We're going to come down on our left side. You can place the block to the side. So you can come on your forearm or you can stay on your hand. We're going to go into a side plank. And you can do any variation you'd like. I'm going to have my right foot behind me and lift my pelvis up, lifting my right heel. So the outside of my left foot is pressing down. And I'm going to add a little bit of movement. So 5 times I'm going to drop my pelvis and my arm and then back up, lifting my heel as I come up, dropping my heel as I come down, 3 more. Now on this last one, we're going to pause and hold. And once again, if you'd like, on this one, you can also open up and look back and breathe. And very slowly release. If you're on your hand, come on your forearm so you can hug that knee in, rounding your back. And then we'll take our time going to the other side. So you can be on your forearm or on your hand. Left leg is behind you, or you can have it stacked, whatever you'd like to do today. But I'm going to do this version where I lift my back heel up, come up. And then 5 times, I'm going to tap my hip, bringing my arm down and up. You can always choose to stay in stillness if you'd like. Your practice. Now on this last one, we will pause and hold. And if you'd like, look up, dropping your hand back. And very slowly release. Let's hug that knee in, rounding our back, coming down on our forearm. And then we're going to take our time coming up with our legs in front of us. We're going to find our blocks. So our hands are on the blocks. Elbows are bent, flexing our feet, sitting up nice and straight, sort of squeezing your shoulder blades together. We're going to lift one leg at a time. You don't have to lift your leg very high. This is using our hip flexor muscles, which are part of our core. It's not very easy to do this one, at least it's not for me. And the next time you lift your right leg, let's pause for a breath. Release, lift the left leg, pause for a breath, and release. Let's bring our blocks forward. We're going to relax our feet and gently fold down, forearms on the blocks. Notice your heart beating. And very slowly press back up. Let's go into a heart opening pose. So with our blocks, you can have them at whatever level you'd like. I'm going to keep mine at the lower level, but you can play around if you'd like. You could have this one higher, or you could have the neck one higher, whatever feels good. But as you come back, you're going to have the first block right behind your shoulder blades, and the next one is behind your head. So adjust them as needed. You can keep your knees bent and straight up. You could straighten your legs, or you could open up your knees with your feet together in this reclined butterfly. And the more you bend your knees, the more you're going to feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Hands can stay down, or you could even open up your arms with your elbows bent, as long as there's no pain and you can completely relax here. Once again, bringing our awareness back to our breath. And take your awareness to your heart as well, to feel like your heart is breathing. Opening up and releasing anything that's heavy as you exhale. Now Let's take 2 deep breaths here. So really breathing in fully through your nose. And a gentle sigh out. One more. Now we're going to very slowly press our way up. We're going to take the blocks and bring them on either side of our hips. And you can adjust them again as needed because you want your hands on them with your elbows bent. We're going to keep this arch in our back, so we're not going to let our back round. So you have your blocks here for support. And let's lift our legs up. So we're pausing here. And if you can keep that arch in your back, you can lower just a little bit and straighten your legs just a little bit. You may feel a little shaking. You can stay like this, or you can even tap one foot at a time on the mat. Relaxing your face. And one last pause. And release. Let's come all the way down and do a long body stretch. Now let's bend our knees and place one block under our bottom and the other block in between our thighs. So we're going to squeeze our thighs together. Bend your knees enough so they're closer to the block. You don't want them too far out. And we're going to do a few bridges. So squeezing the block with your thighs, lifting your bottom up and down. This last one, pause and hold and breathe. You may even want to grab the bottom block and lift it off the mat with your hands. And release. Let's place the blocks to the side. We're going to straighten our left leg, find our strap, and place it around either the ball of your foot with the loop or the middle of the strap around the ball of your foot. And let's gently do that hamstring stretch again as we pull our leg towards us. You may feel you're a little bit looser than the beginning of class. Let's find a little movement right and left. Next time your leg comes to the left, pause and hold. You can go down as much as you'd like, or stop anywhere that feels good. Today it feels good for me to keep my leg kind of high, so that's what I'm doing. And gently release. Let's do that on the other leg. Get that nice hamstring stretch. And then we'll start that movement right and left. And the next time your leg comes right, pause and hold anywhere that feels good. And slowly release. Let's place the strap to the side, bending our knees, feet are wide. We'll do some final windshield wipers here, letting our knees gently fall right and left. Now we'll slowly make our way into Shavasana, palms facing up, toes falling out, softening our entire body.
Now let's slowly bring our hands up like we did at the beginning of class, placing them on our upper chest so our fingers may be slightly interlaced. And let's take 3 deep breaths here. So filling our chest all the way up. And gentle release. Take our time, bending one knee at a time, turning on our side to come up to a seated pose. Let's bring our hands to our knees, relaxing our shoulders, taking a few breaths here, noticing how we're feeling. And maybe setting your intention for your day. Let's bring our hands to heart center, bowing our heads, giving ourselves so much gratitude for showing up today to practice and come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in you, and together here now and always, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are feeling great in your body, and I hope to practice with you again very soon. And thank you so much for your comments and your likes. I really enjoy reading them. I love the feedback. So much appreciated. So have a beautiful day.